150 feet on Lower Prior Lake, 4,600 square feet walkout Rambler. I just sold a Rambler down the street that had 3,800 square feet, sold it for $2 million.
Yeah, that's one of our new Ramblers. See, here's what's crazy. So we've had, with the financial woes of the marketplace, we've actually had with this builder here, we've had some really good luck with, properties that are under production where, let's say, the financing falls through because interest rates jumped up or whatever happened. So then those houses were already under production. And so here's a great opportunity where you say, oh, there's nothing for sale. Well, I have for sale. I have 30 houses, Chris, that are under production right now that are available to buy. This is one of them up in Blaine. Nice walkout lot. You see all the trees in the back. It backs up to a farm behind there for now. I think it'll be developed eventually, but beautiful walkout lot. And it's got the screen porches in the back and there you go. The gourmet kitchens and all big windows for lots of light. Nice big open floor plan there. Yeah, fireplace. Yeah, you could have a Thanksgiving here pretty easy. Being the style of that house, you got the dining room, kitchen, and the great room all right together there.
I think what's kind of interesting on that one is that you actually did a screen porch that most people won't get. You don't get in new construction because builders are trying to hold off and they're not cheap to be able to build. And to be able to put that into it, you're taking away possible square footage. Is their basement finished?
At that price, I can now finish the basements. Yeah, prices have come down. It's great. It's like, so that was a perfect example of a house that was custom ordered and then had some features like they did not want the basement finished on that house, but we probably we'd do it at our cost or less for sure.
Wow.
No, that would be one where I know that I've got one right across the street from that too that's in the mid fives now, ready to go.
Hey, Nick, go back to that listing. I want Andy to kind of talk about, is that per square foot price? Why are Ramblers more than like a two-story? I've been fortunate to get a lot of lifestyle type listings and stuff. And so lakeshore, acreage, townhome living, things that become a lifestyle. I mean, if you live on the lake, you're going to pay for it. It's something that really you can't explain unless you live on it. This house right here, I think what's interesting about this one, real good opportunities of things selling in and around that $2 million mark now on the lake. And so if you get a walkout Rambler, in this case, there's 150 feet of lakeshore. You can see it goes over to those pine trees on the right-hand side. And this has got a back deck as well. It sits on the big part of the lake, which is Lower Prior Lake. You can see it's a walkout Rambler, but it's a more kind of a mid-century low roof lines, but lots of windows, got a huge deck on it. For the most part, this place is, you can see right there, there's a great example. It becomes a lot more private because it sits down off the road a little bit. So to the right of this photo is the main drag, which that other house we saw, the pending one, is on. What it allows, which doesn't happen a lot on the lake, is that you get privacy. And getting privacy on the lake from the front is very rare. It's very rare. In this area as well, you can park on both sides of the street. And that's a lot of things that people don't think about when you're on the lake. But a lake is a lifestyle. And you usually have friends and people over. So you want them to be able to park somewhere. There's a lot of places on the lake that you can't park even on the street, and or sometimes it's only on one side of the street. So here you got both sides of the street. You got a huge driveway, all fully landscaped. They put about $200,000 into landscaping here. As we go into the house, the cherry floors and the alder woodwork. When we're talking a deal or value, here's where it is. And so these paint colors, if you look at them, they're probably 2006 colors is what I would call them. But if you can imagine seeing this, is be able to switch that. It changes the whole house and the whole feel of it. And even when you do like a red here and a tan here, if it's all one, it becomes bigger. There is a fireplace that sits in the middle of the home. That's a lot of the mid-century type houses had that, where they have the big center two-sided fireplace that sits in the middle, but it does sit in the middle. And so some people might not enjoy that, but look at this high-end kitchen. It's Wolf Appliances, Sub-Zero refrigerator. It's got all the makings of a house that's going to be in the 2 to 2.2 million, but it's listed at $1,795,000. Just little things to be able to do to it, to be able to kind of get it to that value. So that to me is a value. You've got it priced right for what it is, but a couple changes, you create this huge value. 150 feet on Lower Prior Lake, 4,600 square feet walkout Rambler. I just sold a Rambler down the street that had 3,800 square feet, sold it for $2 million. Had another one that was 3,900 square feet, sold it for 2.1 million. You can kind of see when I'm talking about this whole value thing, because for the most part, this place is totally updated. There's just little things that it needs to be able to kind of hit the next round.